Hi guys, welcome to the very second episode of my Stay at Home and Cook with Me series. We premiered the first episode last week and I want to use this opportunity to say a really big thank you to all of those who were a part of the premiere. I also want to say that these videos are not live, they are pre-recorded. The YouTube premiere function allows me to watch the video with you guys live and then create a live comment section where you can send me your questions, or we can just chat with each other and I respond to all the questions you may have while the video is playing. Doesn't mean that it is a live video. So I just want to clear that up because some people had some questions last week whether the video was pre-recorded or live. It's not live, it's pre-recorded, but if you're watching this video now, I'm watching it with you as you're watching it, and I'm in the live chat section to the right hand side of the screen if you're using a laptop, or below the screen if you're using a phone. For today's Cook With Me video, I'm going to be showing you an easy way to recreate your oatmeal porridge without having to go through the stress of cooking it on a stovetop. This method requires you to keep the oats in the fridge overnight, and that's why it's called overnight oats. I'm going to walk you through the entire process, so sit at home and cook with me, okay? Let's get started. Okay, so for my overnight oat, I'm going to be making it in these mason jars right here. I'm going to be making 2 jars because I'm cooking for myself and my youngest brother, who is behind the camera right now. We've been in the house for over 3 weeks on lockdown. This is a very casual video, guys. No pressure on me. We're just going to cook together and have fun. So I'm going to grab all of my staples, all what I need for the oats. This is the drawer where I keep my breakfast staples, the things I usually would have for breakfast, and I have all of them here. So all that's required is just open up your jars. Now by all means, you don't have to make this in a jar, you can make it in a plate. So I'm just going to transfer my milk. I'm using the Marvel skimmed milk powder, and this is not a sponsored video. I'm just sharing what I use that works for me. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons of the milk in the jars, like so. Next up, my sweetener of choice is some good old honey. I'm just gonna drizzle just a tiny bit of that in the jars as well. I stay away from granulated white sugar as much as possible. I'm also going to be using some stevia to sweeten my overnight oats. This is a perfect substitute for granulated sugar, and it has some health benefits to it as well. So you definitely will want to Google it and see and find out for yourself. I think I'm showing you the wrong side. Pardon me, guys. This is it, stevia sweetener. This is the Tropicana Slim brand. Okay, so I'm just going to open that up. It comes. What is going on? Winnie, come down, girl. I'm too happy. I'm too hyper right now. It comes in sachets like this, small sachets like this, and I think this pack has about 50 sachets. Yeah, I'm correct, 50 sachets. So I'm just going to open up and put it in the jar. Next, I'm going to grab, hold on, okay, let me just grab all of this right now because I have my yogurt and raisins. I'm going to be using them as well. I just took out some water from the fridge and I'm going to pour it in. You just want to have enough water that would make up the amount of oats you want to eat. I'll give that a quick stir. So just combine it. I add some Greek yogurt to my overnight oats as well. This is totally optional, but I tell you guys, it makes all the difference. It makes your overnight oat very creamy, lush, and just so perfect. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons each of my Greek yogurt into the jar. I'm going to give this a really good whisk just to combine. This is one thing you would want when you are on the go, like if you don't have enough time to make breakfast in the morning, you can just make this beforehand at night put it in the fridge. The next day, just grab the whole jar and get into your car, get on the road. It's very convenient for when you are on the move. And it's usually made a night before breakfast, so that the oats will have enough time to soak up all of the milk content, okay? What I'm going to do next is bring in the star of this whole recipe, which of course is the oats. I'm using some Quaker oats here. This is the brand I am used to, although I know that there are so many other brands in the market now, so you can use any one that you prefer. Just quickly bring it. What happened to all my spoons though? Feels like I don't have any spoon anymore. Anyways, I'll just transfer the oats. Woo! I made a mess. I'll just transfer the oats into the jars. About 5 tablespoons of oats. This is just so amazing. And then next up, I am going to give it a good stir to combine. Now, something very important that I want you guys to note here is that you do not want to make the consistency of this very thick. After putting the oats, you want it to still be very runny, because the oats is going to absorb all of the milk when it's in the fridge, and you don't want it too thick when it's time for you to finally eat it. Okay, I think this is the perfect consistency to have. So we come closer and show them. This is the perfect consistency you want to have. Can you see? Can you see it? You guys, I love making this because it's so convenient, it's easy, and of course it's very healthy because it's packed with lots and lots of it's packed with lots of nutrients and antioxidants. You guys actually know that oats are very good for your immune system. Oats and Greek yogurts are very good for your immune system, and we're trying to keep our immune systems up and active at this time, especially at this time. It's always good to keep your immune system up and active all year round, all year long, but at this time, one is super duper active, and oats and Greek yogurts are very good for your immune system. You should check that out. And even honey. Yeah, honey is really good for your immune system as well. So you can Google that and just find out more about that, okay? And hope you guys are washing your hands and keeping safe. And hope you guys are working out a lot. Working out is also good for your immune system. You're loading up on fruits and vegetables. That is also really good for your immune system. Getting enough sleep, getting enough rest, and you're not stressing out so much. And as much as possible, try not to be afraid of whatever is happening, because fear causes more harm than anything else. So try to stay not fearful. Very, very important, okay? So that's all clean now. You guys, I'm a little bit sweaty in the kitchen. I did some abs workouts this morning. And that's why it feels like I'm sweating a lot in my tummy, around my tummy area. And of course the AC is off so that it doesn't affect our sound. So I have to be hot for you guys. See the sacrifice that I make for you guys. Anyways, it's totally worth it. Next up, I'm going to be throwing some chia seeds into this mixture as well. I tell you, if you've not been cooking with chia seeds, you're definitely missing out on life. You want to go online and just check out for the health benefits of chia seeds. They're packed with lots and lots of healthy nutrients. So chia seeds are also going to swell up and soak up some of the milk as well. All right, so that's that. I'm just going to give that a stir. By all means, you can totally do without the chia seeds if you do not have chia seeds at home, okay? At this point, you can even go ahead and throw in some nuts. You can throw in some hazelnuts, some cashew nuts, some peanuts. Just throw it in there. As long as your taste buds will love it, you can do you, okay? Okay, so next up is time to add the fruits that will be accompanying my oatmeal. So some people actually add their fruits before they put their oatmeal in the fridge. Some people just cover it at this point and put it in the fridge, and then the next morning when it's time to eat it, they just dice up the fruit and put it on top, right on top of the oatmeal before enjoying. But for the sake of this video, I would dice the fruits now and put it in here. Any way works, it depends on you, it's still going to be fine. I have only apples in the house, You guys, I'm running very low on fruit supply, and I just hope we'll be able to actually go and purchase some stuff soon at the local market. I hope they will let us do that because I have just apples at home. Usually I use apples, I use grapes, I use strawberries, and I use blueberries to make my overnight oats. But because I have just apples, I have to use just apples. But you can use any fruit of your choice. I've tried it with pineapples, I've tried it with bananas, but for this one, I'm going to be using just apples. It makes it a little bit boring though, but we would work with that. And by the way, guys, how many of you are subscribed to my mailing list? It's very important that you subscribe to my mailing list because I share lots of valuable content there. My mailing list, the people on my mailing list are usually my first point of contact for everything Zeelicious foods. I share tips on how to make life in the kitchen a lot easier. I share tips on personal development. I just share a lot of valuable stuff there. You definitely would want to subscribe. It's absolutely free. It's free of charge. Absolutely free. Some of the questions that I got in my DM when I posted the video to this recipe, one of the most common one I got was, do you have to cook this again the next morning after leaving it in the fridge overnight? Absolutely not. You do not have to cook it again. Like I said, the reason why you're leaving it overnight is so that the milk, the oats and the chia seeds will soak up all of the milk and it will become really soft and very succulent and soft and just amazing, and you don't have to cook it anymore. The reason you cook it in the first place is just to soften it up. Keeping it in the fridge overnight already does that for you, so you don't need to cook it again. It's already soft and I think it tastes amazing. Another question I got is, do you have to warm it in the microwave for a bit? You do not have to warm it in the microwave. It tastes absolutely amazing when it is cold. But if you do not want to take it cold, what you can do is just leave it on your countertop for maybe an hour or until it comes to room temperature. Okay, that way you won't have to eat it cold. Okay, so I've chopped enough apples. So I'm just going to open that up, and then next up, it looks like one is bigger than one. This one's bigger than this one. I'm having the bigger one. Next up, I will just transfer all of the apples. Oh my God, I'm making a mess, but that's okay. Into the mason jar. Just push it down so that more can go in. Just push that in. Remember I said you can use any kind of fruits you have available. Mangoes works very well as well. Pineapples, kiwi fruits, apricots, any kind of fruit, any kind of berries, guavas, just name them and go wild. Okay, I promise you, you would definitely love making these. Okay, so that looks very pretty already. Imagine having colorful fruit in this thing. You guys, it takes it to a whole new level. But it's fine. I'm going to redeem myself and buy a lot more fruits soon. I also like to throw in some raisins. This would also act as a sweetener, and of course it's just dried fruits, dried grapes. This is what I call breakfast in a jar. Okay, so that's it, guys. You see how easy peasy it was to make this breakfast. Usually it takes me about 3 minutes to make this breakfast. Just 3 minutes. And you have breakfast. So all I have to do right now is just cover this up, and then I'll try fridge, leave it there overnight, and then the next morning I just grab it out of the fridge, grab my spoon. You don't even have to turn it into a bowl. You can eat it right from the can. But if you want to turn it into a bowl, you can still turn it into a bowl. And if you don't have this these mason jars, you can actually make it in a container that has a lid, a very fitted lid on it. And it's pretty simple. You have your breakfast in a jar ready in 3 minutes. This is also really good for kids. It's a fun way to get your kids to eat oats, especially those who do not really like oats. I tell you guys, you definitely want to inculcate this into your repertoire of breakfast recipes. So I'm just going to put that in the fridge. So, tops, breakfast tomorrow is sorted. Yeah, alright guys, I hope you continue to stay at home and cook your favorite dishes. I have so many more episodes and recipes coming really soon for you guys, and you guys just stay tuned to this channel. If you're not following me on social media, you definitely would want to follow me because I update daily. I share recipes there as well, and you might just get inspired. You might just get your next lunch or breakfast or dinner inspiration. You never can tell. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as Zeelicious Foods. I hope you learned how to make this yummy recipe. Also, please give me feedback. Leave me feedback on what you would like me to cook or create for you in my kitchen. I'm open to your suggestions. I'm open to your ideas. Alright guys, I'll see you again next time with another Cook With Me video. Keep cooking at home. Keep staying safe. I love you all so much from the depth of my heart. Take care.